All right, Capricorn, this is an amazingly powerful spread here. I'm really drawn to like this right here, right? We start with this Truth card, and the Dreamer Prince, of course, is definitely mimicking that, right? Which is, you know, the Knight of Swords, and, you know, the truth shall set you free kind of card. And then we have this: a personal issue reaches resolution, followed by the Sun. And we even have this like blue that runs through here. And then there's this blue right here, right? In this. And then she's wearing this blue dress. So it's like truth really runs right through here, right? It's like a vein, as well as this fire energy, right? Fire, the Ace of Fire, the Sun, the Warrior Prince here. Yeah, it's really amazing. And we have water and fire here, water and fire here. I'm just like, I'm kind of astounded. It feels like, you know, this heart here, I'm going to go right here to the heart. And that last time we had someone kind of waging some kind of little, you know, personal war against you, right? And this has ended, right? Or it is ending during this time period. And yes, you are coming out victorious, free, right? Just, you know, her hair is all wild. And I just, you know, which we've felt that coming out, this need for you to really like embrace that pan energy, right? But you're being, you know, asked to, you know, but this is almost a side note, I almost feel like, right? Like, I feel like this is whatever's, you know, it's big. It's like a karmic cycle, right? With this Wheel of Fortune, with the supermoon here. It's a karmic cycle, but it's also a part of something that's even bigger than that, right? Because I feel like, you know, she's reaching out her hand to you, and we saw all these people, you know, circling up this hill, and it's like you're being asked to join something bigger, right? You've ended this karmic cycle, and now you're moving on to something like, it's really going to let you shine and be really, you know, step into your power. And I do see, I mean, we've got Gift of Skill, we've got Artemisia here, we've got this Fortune card, Wheel of Fortune with the Supermoon. All of this is telling me you're working on something big, right? And everybody, it's going to be different for everybody. Like, some of you, this is just like kind of starting your spiritual journey, which is going to turn into something big. Others actually have like this project that you're working on that is big, right? And it's different. And yeah, it's going to make a big impact, right? We see this truth here, you know, that she's holding in her hand, and it's cut through someone. You know, I feel like, but I think that it's probably deserved. And we have these people whispering here, which makes me feel like, you know, this truth that you have to tell here, that, you know, kind of closes this cycle out. You're being attacked because of it, right? You're having to kind of defend yourself, but you do have the higher ground. You will be victorious, right? Just wanted to point that out. All right, so we'll go back here to this Ace of Fire. And, you know, this is being, you know, this, I'm really getting a kind of awakening, awakening to your purpose, you know, with this truth being here, awakening to your truth, awakening to a greater truth even. Just kind of, you know, feeling like you have a purpose, feeling like something lit a fire under you, right? And it's, you know, helped you get through all that you've been, you know, working through, right? Work through your fears here. And this is your goal. Your conscious goal during this time period is to kind of, you know, face any fears as you move into this new phase of your life. To work through any of those fears that might be holding you back. And, you know, that when I was getting ready for this, I was just thinking about how much, you know, I have a yod that points towards my moon in Capricorn. And that ability to just like face your fears and work through them is, you know, I'm just so thankful for that. I have to say. Then we have the Maker King over here as a part of that. And this is, you know, that working on that project, you know, and it is associated with your abundance, right? Having what you need. And I feel like this card sitting here is like, even if you don't, you know, you're kind of wondering where the money is coming from, right? We're all kind of like in this weird place. Maybe not all of us, but a lot of us. And this is saying you'll have what you need, right? You will be provided for. Just keep working at whatever, you know, this, whatever this is, right? This maker here, this, use your talent like a weapon. Don't let any fears regarding abundance hold you back, right? You'll get what you need to move forward, with whatever this is. And I am drawn to this flexibility here, right? You might have to kind of be creative in how you use your resources, what you use as, I don't know. You know, I think of why can't I think of his name? Oh yeah, Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. Daggone it. I just have this, I'm trying to look through here. Oh yes, there he is. Basquiat. It says, in lieu of a canvas, find a wall, right? And he's not too far down in there. So yeah, get creative with what you're doing, what you're using. You have everything you need, and you will have everything you need, right? And then the below, you know, like I said, you know, with this supermoon, and yes, emotions are running high, but this is also, I think that this new moon in Scorpio that's coming up next is a supermoon. We've had 3 new supermoons. So that might be significant as well. But I'm, you know, pulled to this lightning strike, right? And this blue moon in Taurus conjunct Uranus. And I feel like subconsciously you're getting like, you know, there's epiphanies, there's, you know, some ideas. And, you know, it's very fated, this. It's very lucky. It's very fortunate, right? Whatever it is that you're working on, subconsciously, you know that a lot of abundance is coming in from this. It's fated, right? This is part of like your soul's journey. And that's why, this right here, this is beautiful. I love this Maker Prince. Of all Knight of Pentacles that I've ever come across, he is my favorite. We see this wisdom here, the transformation, and he's even like, he's got Pan kind of energy with him, with these animal haunches. And he's touching this tree, right? And it's just, he's so connected with everything around him. He's loyal to his path. And he pays attention, right? I just love that. So this is, your earth energy. And this is earth energy. And this is so you. And I feel like, you're just really tuning in to everything that's going on around you, and you're really tuned into, it's like here, she's almost holding those, folds that, whatever it is, I don't know what that point is called, right over your ear, where you like kind of close off your ear. And I feel like she's doing that to, close out all the noise that's around, right? In order to tune in both of these, earth and sky. And really finding that truth through both of these. These are really working together for me. This is very balanced energy throughout. And we see this moon in the background and all these, this Cancer, Scorpio, right? This water energy. And it's only coming from here, right? The water is only coming from here. But tuning into those emotions to help guide you. It's really, and that gift of connection, and then, just the stability, and that, this dog here, the loyalty, right? That it's like you started something, that cardinal energy of Capricorn, and you're completely committed to it. Beautiful. So this is kind of like, I feel like this is that first week, and I'll have to tell you, most everybody had a really hard first week here. So you all are doing good, right? You're blocking out the noise. You're connecting with what really matters. And that's really going to help you move through this. And then this is like, that second week for me. And we see you, this could be, with especially touching this and this warrior prince, right? It's like there's this, this awakening, and then this is kind of like that realization. And then this is taking that and moving forward with it. So I feel like, there might be some money that comes in, right? But also starting something new, right? And I love his impishness and a mischievous kind of look on his face. It's like, yeah. And, we discussed this. I feel like this new start, whatever it is, you feel the need to defend yourself. You might be feeling kind of alone, which would make sense with this Artemisia Gentileschi. So she, and she makes sense with what's been going on. She was raped. She was an artist when women weren't really artists, right? She was like the first feminist kind of character. And what she did, she of course, I think she actually won her case. She took somebody to court for rape. But of course, society stabs you in it. There were things that didn't go in her favor. But she did all these paintings of like cutting men's heads off and such. So yeah, and here recently she had a big exhibition that was supposed to happen, and COVID kept on postponing it. And I don't know if that's finally opened up, but that was something I found because, like I said, she kept coming up for me. So it's like your success seems to be, keep getting put off kind of thing, right? This acknowledgement and such, and just feeling that, that you're fighting against everybody else. But no, she is getting more and more noticed and getting that recognition that she so much deserved. History has your back. And don't let convention confine you, right? You've got what it takes. This Leo energy, wow, underneath that, it's new moon in Aries. It's time to take action. So yeah, that fire, right? And this is Mars in Leo. We do have that Mars retrograde in Aries happening. And pretty soon it is going forward, and that might have to do with this too. So that's interesting. Confidence is your key to success. So just know the universe has your back. We even see like this shell on the back of her head, which kind of gives, that watery sense to it, right? Water and fire. So, yes, this beautiful new start that's very passionate, right? This is like, I really get with this truth card here, with the her here, that this has to do with soul purpose, right? And you might not know exactly, because he's got these blue ribbons behind him too, right? That blue is showing through here. You might not think but, whatever's happened here, this is, the perfect start, and you're getting more clarity about how to move forward through this period. And just, this is Spirit saying, whatever it is, you're on the right track. Even if it's just like little, it might seem like you're taking baby steps, right? With this maker prince here. This is just, a baby step on your life's journey, right? That's all it takes are those small steps, and the way keeps getting opened up before you. All right. Let's get a piece of art. We'll get closing guidance, and then we'll take a look at the underlying energies. All right. For Capricorn, and I want to go right in here. Okay, to the right. Somebody else got this. Very interesting, but theirs was over here. Who was it? Oh, it was Sagittarius. Interesting. You all get... They really kind of melt into each other. But music is a big part of this. Like I told them, because I'm kind of feeling the same thing. If you have any questions, right, a great, there's a divination tool of just, going into, your playlist or on the radio in your car and just, hitting that scan button, ask a question, hit the scan button, hit the shuffle button, and see what comes up, right? And Spirit can give you messages that way. Just to make sure that it's a large enough selection, right? You don't want to have a small playlist with all love songs, right? So that's a great way. I'm also drawn to the letters here. Another great way is like a dictionary or a book. Ask a question, open up the book to a page and close your eyes and just kind of like land on something and that's your answer. I used to use that a lot. I used a dictionary. So, because I feel like for some reason that if some of you, you know, some of you guys might be doing this, but it's kind of like a quick way. And I mean, Spirit loves talking through music. So if you hear certain songs and you feel like it's a message, it probably is, right? And then this, and of course, this is love, right? There's something going on here. So that's a part of this too, right? And going with the flow, right? This flexibility. Music, you know, kind of just like tuning in to the flow, to the rhythm, and just going with it, right? This guy over here, it's Unreal City. Sia Irea. And, you know, there's this surrealism that's happening, right? That what we see isn't necessarily what's actually happening. And I love this. It's got that kind of futuristic feel, but it kind of looks old and antiqued at the same time. So I love that duality, and that fits so well with you guys. And I feel like this is just that kind of melding that's starting to happen of the old with the new.